everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you happen to be stopping by for the very first time, thank you so much for being here with me. My name is Donella and this is my world of beauty here on YouTube. All right, so for this week's video, I'm going to be creating something that is colorful yet smoky at the same time. Somebody who messaged me who said that pink and purple are their favorite colors and they wanted to know if I could incorporate a look that is somewhat smoky yet festive at the same time, because you guys know the Christmas and / carnival season is fast approaching. So I kind of have an idea as to what I want to create. I definitely love the color choice that I'm about to create, and I'm just going to put my own little spin on it. So if you are interested in seeing what I create at the end of this video, then please stay tuned. So I'm going to go in first with my CeraVe moisturizing cream. This is going to be my moisturizer for this look. To prime my skin, I'm going to go in with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer to allow this primer to dry down a little bit. So while that's drying down, I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows using my Fenty Beauty Brow MVP in the shade Dark Brown. So next we're going to move on to applying some foundation, and I'm thinking of using my Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Hydrating Longwear Foundation. This one is in the shade 45. I'm also going to be trying this sponge, what is it called? The Seamless Beauty Sponge from Dose of Colors. I've had this sponge for quite some time and I haven't tried it yet. It's shaped like this. So I'm just going to wet it and use it to apply my foundation. Right after that, I'm going to go in with two concealers to conceal the darkness underneath my eyes. Oh, the sponge just did an amazing job blending out that foundation, by the way. So to conceal the darkness underneath my eyes, I'm switching out from my usual Too Faced, what is it called? The Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. I'm switching out from that for this tutorial, and I'm going to be using this concealer from Kevyn Aucoin. It's the Central Skin Enhancer in the shade SX15. Now I realized recently that he launched a new and improved formula, and I'm like, sir, look at this. I haven't even finished this one yet, and here you go launching a new and improved formula, and I ain't even finished this one yet. So I'm just going to use my finger to apply this, and it's basically going to just warm the product up and just spread more seamlessly. I like to use finger tapping motions to do this whenever I'm using this concealer, because I find it works best when I use my fingers to basically warm it up and spread it. Because it's the consistency of this Kevyn Aucoin concealer, it's like super thick. It's like it is in fact a full coverage concealer. So my full coverage girls who really love that full-on full face, yeah, you're gonna love Kevyn Aucoin's products. Right after that, I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Concealer. This one is in the shade 430, and I'm only going to apply just a little bit there and here, right here, 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 right there, right there. And then of course I'm just going to blend all of this out after it sits on my face for about 1 minute. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my two setting powders to set the under eye concealer and wherever else I would have applied the concealer. And I think I'm going to really love this Dose of Colors beauty sponge, because I think, ooh, yeah, the placement on this for my under eyes is going to be so precise and so good. Love it. I just went ahead and applied, you know, the little bit of banana powder underneath just to catch whatever little fallout. So I'm going to start off by applying this shade of purple right here. I'm going to use that basically to stencil and wing out the eye a little bit. While I'm here talking, let me just demonstrate. Maybe I should use I want a stippling, like a shader brush. Yeah, like a detailed shader brush. So I'm going to go in with this purple here. Actually, you know what I need to do is prime my eyes first. That's what I Alright, I am back, and yeah, clearly I went too far with this eye, but it's okay. Well, I don't feel like I went too far. I feel like I just went just far enough. So let me just blend in this bit of concealer that I'm using here as a primer. And you see right there, I'm gonna be back real quick because my eyes are watering. Right, so let's just run through these steps that I did on this eye real quick. This color I used was from my Charity Beauty Matte eyeshadow palette, and I went in with this very deep purple right here and basically used it and basically smudged that color on my eyelid area and winged her out like that, and then I just smudged her out so I could get like a base, because I did apply another shade of purple on top of this because I thought this one was a little bit too deep, but I did want a deep color to start off with. So as you can see, it transitions from a deep color all the way up to the top with a nice light shade of pink. So I started off with this deep shade of purple right here and just basically, you know what, I need a hand mirror. I do. I need a hand mirror, and basically blended it because yeah, this is what I was looking at. I'm seeing some spaces in between there and I need to blend properly. So let me just get rid of these negative spaces and blend properly. So after I've laid on that first purple, first deep shade of purple into my Juvia's Place Masquerade mini palette, and I go into this shade of purple here, this shade of purple right here that is almost finished. This one is called Makita, and wrong side, girl, wrong side. And I'm just going to saturate the brush with a bit of Makita and then basically place it over that deep shade of purple, yeah, to bring some life to it. So I'm just going to go back and forth with this, dipping it in until it doesn't have to be perfect, because I'm gonna blend out the lines shortly anyway, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So that's that. After that, I went back into the same Juvia's Place palette and I went in over with the shade of pink. This shade of pink is called Bori, and I'm just going to saturate my brush with that pink shade and basically use this pink to blend out the edges of that purple and go all the way up. So I'm gonna go up to about here. Yeah, so about, can you see it? Let me see. I'm gonna go up to about here with the pink at first. That's the empty area that I want to fill. So I'm just going to just start off by blending out the edges of this purple shade so that it looks like everything is tied together. After that, using the same brush that I used to apply Bori, I'm going to go in again with my Carity Beauty matte palette. I'm going in with this matte shade of pink. These colors don't have names, and I'm kind of glad for that because some of these names are quite difficult to pronounce. But I'm basically going in and applying the matte shade of pink from the Carity Beauty palette right over the shimmery shade of pink, which is called Bori. Because of the way I laid down Bori, I just really wanted to use her as a base because I wanted the color, the pink that I used here, to be a matte shade. So that's that. Now I could have just left it here and just basically play up with a little bit more of the pink and a little bit more of the purple, but I really wanted something just different, and I really wanted to, you know, put my own little take on this very festival shimmery eye. And with this jumbo dual pencil from Amuse Beauty, and I love using a jumbo pencil whenever I'm doing what is called tight lining. I'm going to go all the way around my eye and then the top of my lid and smoke that out as well. I love using a jumbo pencil because, yeah, I have really sensitive watery eyes, and those normal size eye pencils always make my eyes water. I find when I use a jumbo pencil, it's not so quote unquote terrifying. So I'm just going to just add a bit of this right over the purple just to kind of smoke out the purple just a tad bit, and then I'm going to add a little bit more of Makita on the brush. Add a little bit more of Makita on the brush. There's Makita, and then blend out that black once again. Basically blend out that black so, you know, it kind of deepens Makita, but at the same time you can still see that there's a bit of purple shade right there. Okay, so right after that, I just went in the inner corner right here and just basically placed the shader brush and just deepen with, hold on a second, because I felt like I was going a little bit too deep over there. So I basically deepened the corners like this, and then I went over in this section right here and deepened this just a tad bit and bring her and I just kind of deepened her a little bit and dragged a bit of Makita right there before I went in and applied a shade of blue. Now the shade of blue, I used 2 shades of blues actually. I went in with this blue shade here from my Juvia's Place palette. This shade of blue is called Dahlia. So I went in with Dahlia first because yeah, I wanted a matte shade underneath first. Let's just dip my brush right here in Dahlia. Make sure she's nice and saturated. I mean, look at all that pigment right there. And then I just went in and applied it right between those 2 purple shades that I had right there, just like that. I didn't go all the way crazy. I just stayed right there in the center. Okay, I think I did this motion if I'm not mistaken, so that I got everything to tie in. Yeah, that's what I did. Right after that, I went in. I saw this really lovely shade from the palette that I'm holding right here, the Artist Couture Midnight Maven palette. This shade is called Rendezvous, and I wanted to just give this look a little bit of a pop because I wanted something sparkly on top of my eye. So I went in with the brush first and applied a bit of Rendezvous right over it using a brush first. But then I realized I wasn't getting enough pigmentation, so I went in with my finger and just applied Rendezvous right in the centermost portion right there, just so I can get a little bit more intensity and pick her up a little bit. You know, she looks good, doesn't she? She does. All right, so to complete the look, of course I did apply a bit of liquid liner, the liquid liner that I used from, I've been using this for quite a number of tutorials, haven't I? This is the Revlon Color Stay Skinny Liquid Liner. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of that right here. Yeah, and then right after that, I went in with my Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara and just applied a little bit of her just to bring these babies out before I apply my falsies. I'm going to be reusing the same, what is this called? Valisha lashes that I used in my last tutorial, because I think, yeah, they are definitely the perfect fit for this very dramatic eye. So let me just apply my lash real quick. I almost skipped a step. Now, while my lash is drying down, because I've already applied the glue, I'm going in with another Artist Couture product. This is the Diamond Lights Finisher in the shade Golden Hour. It's a really nice shade of gold. I just want to get a little speck of gold, like right between there, nothing too over the top. Okay, I think I need to add just a little bit more comparison to that. I do have it like right in the crease area right here. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And then I need to just spread this out a little bit so it looks more even. And I noticed something just now. Where is my brush that I used to apply my pink? I just noticed that I do need to go up a little bit higher with my pink, just so the symmetry is the same on both eyes. Yeah, I do have the pink over on this eye a little bit higher, so let's just bring this one up as well so they both match. Dip again. Here, here. Okay. Looks like I need to wind this out a little bit as well. Alright, let me pop this lash on before it dries down completely and I'm over here struggling. Okay, so I'm going to do something a little bit different. I do have the rest of the excess powder to brush away, but I didn't brush it away. I don't have much brush, but I do see a little bit of mess right here. So what I'm going to do, right, because I realize whenever I use these really pigmented shadows and I try to brush it away, it just makes a mess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black opal foundation stick and I'm just going to apply a little bit of coverage right there in the area where I see that, oh, it just touched my face right there. Where I see I might just need to cover up whatever little fallout I had. And I just applied some right in this area right here because I realized that I had a bit of fallout in these corners right here. I think that might work best. So I'm going to press the rest of this powder in, but I'm going to do it a little bit different. This is something I'm trying new, and I'm trying it right here on camera, so I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to dip my beauty sponge once again in the Fenty honey powder, which is a little bit more yellow, before I press all of this in. It's just basically to bring back some of the color into my face, because I realize I'm looking a little bit flat, like in this area right here, like in my T-zone area, I'm looking a little bit flat. So let me just bring back some of the warmth to my face by applying some of that powder right there. And I do have to go in and complete the rest of my look by, you know, bronzing and everything, because I haven't applied any bronzer or anything yet. So yeah, let's go in and warm up my face using my two favorite bronzers. You guys know my two favorite bronzers, right? The one from Prime Beauty, which is Bronzeville, this baby right here, and then I go in right after with the one from Fenty Beauty, which is this one right here, Mocha. I love to go in with two bronzers basically, because I feel like one shapes my face and then one just makes me look really nice and bronzy. The Prime Beauty just really, you know, adds a bit of dimension to my face. I feel like the hollow part of my cheeks really come out when I apply the one from Prime Beauty, and then I just warm up my face with the one from Fenty Beauty basically. Apply some right down here to my jawline. Yes ma'am. Something I'm trying new for the first time. Normally I use my setting spray after I've applied everything. It is a beauty elixir and it's a multi-use product. So I'm going to apply this right over my face after I applied my first bronzer, and then, you know, let it dry down just a little bit, like dry down, like dry down. And then I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Mocha bronzer. I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but I do know, you know, sometimes, you know, just adding a bit of moisture to your face just before you apply certain products does make a hell of a difference. So I'm gonna see how well, in terms of what difference it makes, quote unquote, wetting my face before I apply my bronzer. It's gonna be, if I'm gonna see much of a difference. Okay, so I can definitely, I don't know if you guys could see a difference, but I could definitely see a difference. And I want to do that whole wet cheek blush look that I did for my last tutorial. So I'm going to go in with the Cheek Heat Maybelline Sheer Gel Blush. And I'm just going to do exactly what I did the last time. Apply it real heavy because it is a sheer blush, so it's not going to show up like instantly. You have to apply just a good amount of it, and then I'm just going to go in and start spreading it in tapping motions first, just to make sure I get it placed in the areas where I want it to place. And then I'm going to start blending it out. I'm not going to do anything over the top because I do have a lot going on my eyes, so I'm going to mute it. I'm going to bring it down a notch and do a nude lip. This is a Maybelline Super Stay liquid lipstick. This one is in the shade Fighter. So I'm gonna, I love a Fighter. Okay, so for my lips, I actually used 3 colors. I went in with Fighter, of course. Then I went in with this lip. What are they called again? I forgot. Lip plump. Oh my goodness, I forgot. But this one is called Thirst Trap. And then I went in with a little bit of this MAC lip gloss called Myth. And call me crazy, I just felt like I still need a little bit more shine, so I added a bit of my MAC lip gloss. This is like an old school thing from MAC that's been around forever. I'm so glad they haven't discontinued that product because I absolutely love it. All right, so this is the completed look. I feel like my chin is a lot more brown than what I would initially wanted it to be. It's probably because I mixed those, like I mixed like 3 shades of brown in between. I feel like I just need a little bit more nude right there, but that's okay. It is what it is, and I kind of, the more it's on, I think I'm kind of digging it. The more that I'm here talking and I'm seeing it in the mirror, the more I'm starting to like it. And for this tutorial, hopefully you guys did enjoy and you may have learned a thing or two. If you did, please be sure to drop me a comment down in the comment section and let me know. If you have enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up on your way out, and also don't forget to go ahead and click the subscribe button on your way out. Till my next video, I'll talk to you guys real soon on my next upload. Bye bye.